For years, digital advertising has been ruled by two giants, Google and Meta. Together, they built towering walled gardens, controlling the money, the audience, and the data.
But then the AI revolution arrived. 9 out of 10 advertisers already use it. Faster, cheaper, smarter, and it's rewriting the entire playbook of how ads work.
But in this high-stakes AI arms race, a report emerges that no one saw coming. A potential partnership between the bitterest of rivals. What could possibly force these two giants to the same table?
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something pretty huge. A major shift in the digital advertising world that involves two of its biggest, and I mean biggest, rivals.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll set the stage with the ad world as it is right now. Then, we'll get into the AI revolution that's changing everything. After that, the really surprising news at the heart of our story, what's forcing these rivals together, and finally, what it all means for what's next.
Right, so to really get why this is such a big deal, you first have to understand a simple fact. For years, digital advertising has been dominated by two giants, creating what people in the industry call walled gardens.
And I mean, the scale here is just staggering. Google and Meta, together, they control a massive slice of all digital ad money. They're called walled gardens because they control pretty much everything inside: the audience, the data, the price. This makes them absolutely essential for advertisers, but it's also getting more and more expensive.
And that's where the rubber meets the road for businesses, right? It's getting a lot tougher to advertise with them. You're paying more, and it feels like you're getting less. Every single ad dollar has to work harder than ever before.
So, this has sent advertisers scrambling, looking for other places to go. They're trying out everything you can think of: other search engines, different social platforms, even streaming services, all just to find a new way to reach people effectively.
Okay, so just when everyone was trying to figure that puzzle out, a whole new piece gets thrown onto the board and it completely changes the game. And that piece is, of course, artificial intelligence.
And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky future thing. It is happening right now. More than 9 out of every 10 people working in the ad industry are already using AI, weaving it right into their day-to-day jobs.
So how are they actually using it? Well, it kind of breaks down into two big buckets. You're either using AI to do the stuff you already do, but just faster and cheaper, or you're using it to create brand new, really innovative ads that just weren't possible before.
What this all means is that the whole game has changed. The old way of doing things on a platform like Meta, where you manually picked everything, that's gone. Now it's all about feeding the AI and trusting it to find your customers for you.
And all of this crazy AI arms race, has led to something nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming.
Okay, let's just be totally clear for a second. Google and Meta, they are not friends. For more than a decade, they have been in an all-out war for your advertising dollars. They are the definition of fierce rivals.
But then, this report comes out, a total bombshell. These two arch rivals are actually talking to each other about a potential partnership. A partnership that could literally reshape the entire ad industry.
And the piece of tech at the heart of all this is Google's Gemini. It's their most powerful AI, and the key thing to know is that it's multimodal. That just means it can understand all sorts of stuff at once: text, images, video, which, as you can imagine, is a massive advantage in the world of advertising.
So you have to ask, right? What on earth could bring these two bitter rivals to the same table? Well, the answer seems to be a perfect storm of problems that both of them are facing at the same time.
It really comes down to three huge pressures pushing them together. First, Meta is having a tough time getting its own AI to work at the massive scale it needs. Second, Google is getting hammered with monopoly accusations. And third, there's always the threat of new competitors just around the corner.
So first up, let's talk about Meta. They have been throwing billions, literally billions of dollars at building their own AI, but making it work effectively across a $134 billion ad business? Turns out that's incredibly hard to do.
And that challenge, it gets even tougher when you look at how much time people are spending on their newer apps. Take Threads, for example. Users spend way less time there compared to a rival like X. And less time means less data to train their AI and fewer chances to show an effective ad.
Okay, now let's flip over to Google's side of the story. They are under a ton of heat from regulators all over the world. The US, the UK, Europe. They're being accused of running an illegal monopoly, which gives them a really good reason to look like they're playing nice with others.
All right, so let's pull all these threads together. what does this all mean for the future? Well, it looks like these pressures are basically writing the next chapter for the entire digital ad market right before our eyes.
What we're looking at here is a potential partnership that's not born out of friendship, but out of pure necessity and a shared need for the best tech. We're in a new world where even the biggest companies might have to rent AI from their rivals just to keep up.
And this tells you everything you need to know about where the industry is heading. The future of advertising is all about one thing: who has the smartest AI to deliver the most personal, most effective ads. That's the new finish line.
So that leaves us with the billion-dollar question, maybe even the trillion-dollar question. Are these new AI partnerships going to create super monopolies that are even stronger than what we have now? Or, just maybe, could this be the very thing that finally shakes up the old system and gives everyone more choice?
So, what does this mean for the future? We're looking at a new chapter, written not in friendship, but in necessity. The ultimate question is this: will these AI alliances create unstoppable super monopolies? Or could this be the very thing that finally breaks the old system wide open?